Sandler has dominated the box office these past 25 plus years with his slapstick, vanilla protagonist performances. But this stage of his mature leading man journey is redefining his career, proving how versatile a thespian he really is. Here's my review of Adam Sandler's new sports drama, Hustle. Sandler plays Stanley Sugarman, a washed-up Sixers scout, tasked with building a younger roster with international recruits. And he's very selective. One minor injury, one temper, one too many flagrant fouls, and he's flying back to Philly empty-handed. Soon enough, Sugarman lands his dream job, assistant coach of the Sixers. But no sooner than he's promoted, the Sixers' owner dies, leaving his inept son, Vince Merrick, to lead the team. Ben Foster plays Vince Merrick, who never understood what his father saw in Sugarman. Now that he's running things, he demotes Sugarman back down to scout, sends him back on the road, and pressures him to find a pick for the draft, which is a couple of months away. So Sugarman hits the skies again, this time landing in Spain. The player he's there to see no-shows for his game, so Sugarman ends up on a basketball court in the inner city watching some and one style street ballers. And he eyeballs the Sixers' future. Juancho Hernan Gomez, who plays Bo Cruz in this film. He's a single dad construction worker who hustles on the court for some extra money. Sugarman convinces Bo Cruz's mom to let him fly to Philly to try out for the Sixers. It could change his life. But at the airport, Bo Cruz is detained, putting his visa in jeopardy because he previously had been jailed for battery. So the odds are stacked against Bo Cruz, whose chances of being drafted into the league are slimmer, and against Sugarman, who is betting his job and future of ever becoming an assistant coach to the Sixers for Bo Cruz, who's already got a strike against him. Vince Merrick learns about Bo Cruz's legal troubles and not only refuses to add him to the Sixers team, but goes on a media blitz to discredit Sugarman and Bo Cruz. Burn them. Now Sugarman's stuck with Bo Cruz, stuck with paying for his hotel, paying for his stay in America because Sugarman made a promise to Bo Cruz's mother and to his daughter. And he faces this uphill battle to get Bo Cruz into the NBA. Sugarman's got to help Bo Cruz shake off this street baller, bad boy hustler persona. He's got to train Bo for organized team ball and make him a valuable asset to the league. And he's got to get Bo out of his head and out of his own way. And most of all, Sugarman's got to prove to Bo and to himself that their past mistakes don't define them. Sugarman must realize that he doesn't have to live vicariously through the phenoms he recruits. He is worthy of a second chance. That is the basic premise, and that is the prevalent theme of the film. This is a great sports drama. As I watched, I kept comparing this film to Draft Day, one of the greatest sports dramas, really. Now, Hustle is not as good as Draft Day, but it's very close. Sandler delivers an emotional performance and is an incredible dramatic actor. He was truly convincing as a defeated recruit who must realize it's never too late to turn this thing around. Queen Latifah played his love interest, his wife. There was a little awkwardness in their chemistry. I don't think it was based on their performances. having been together for almost 20 years, they didn't really have to be lovey-dovey or show PDA to convince the audience that they were in a loving marriage and loved each other. So in that way, I think it was a fantastic performance. Kenny the Jet Smith was impressive as a sports agent who remained neutral between Sugarman and Vince Merrick. Ben Foster was so believable as the underachieving Nepo owner, ill-equipped to manage a winning roster. I did have a few issues though. It was predictable, simply because it hit all the traditional sports movie beats. Like, it was in Philly, so you were gonna have the Rocky reference. The jail time always happens. Crack of dawn, training regimen always happens. Family visiting last minute always happens. Quitting always happens. Turning the world against the player, it always happens. All the traditional beats that are incorporated in sports dramas was here. In that way, it was predictable. I think I've seen them all. And the music. Now, the soundtrack is fine, but I would expect more from people who can pull all of the hottest artists in this soundtrack. I mean, you got Queen Latifah, LeBron. Where is I don't know. The music was fine, but I think that they could have pulled a lot more artists for this film, especially with who's backing it and who's starring in it. I was underwhelmed by the soundtrack. I mean, Queen Latifah could have dropped something. I mean, what are we doing here? But it's fine. Definitely download it. It's a fine soundtrack, but I'm just saying. Oh, there is this hilarious arc that spans from one of the very first scenes to one of the final scenes, played by 33-year-old Boban Marjanovic. He's a 7'4" Serbian baller who pretends to be 22 so he can qualify for the draft. Sugarman passes because obviously he's not 22, but at the end of the film, one of the final scenes, he's playing for the Mavs because the Mavs thinks he's 19. I mean, if you're an NBA fan or especially a Mavs fan, you'll understand. So hilarious. You realize how funny this is. But I highly recommend this film. Hustle is a fantastic sports drama, top 20 of all time. It's everything you need in a sports drama. It's currently streaming on Netflix. On a grading scale, Hustle gets an A. Fantastic sports drama. Adam Sandler did his thing. I love it. LeBron and Maverick produced this film. Queen Latifah, like, it's got everything you need. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate you. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, peace.